welcome to episode 11 of the Serenity Knitting Society Podcast. I'm Alex. I was going to point to Buddy, but he's not here. And this is a knitting podcast based out of northern New South Wales. 11! We were in double digits last time, but now we're like, one of them's not a zero. It has been a little long time since I posted last. It was the kind of year-ish anniversary / the launch of the How's the Serenity Cal. Good Lord, it has been such a, I don't even know what the word is, such a pleasure to just see all of the people's posts and all the projects, and like people have finished objects. I was about to say, you're doing better than me. No, I have one now. Yeah, people have really gotten into it, and people who have had, like multiple entries, like I'm watching, I'm noticing. I'm so grateful. It was so nice. And I really enjoyed having, it ended up being an Instagram live. I thought it was going to be a YouTube live. But alas, turns out when you want to do a YouTube live, just in case anyone's a newbie like me, turns out you actually have to think about that in advance. And not only tell everyone about it, but also you have to go to YouTube, and it'll actually, like when I went to press, it was like, cool, you can do a live in 24 hours. See how that's not live if it's 24 hours later? So we adapted, and luckily people still found me in there. Otherwise I'd just be rattling on to myself, which is what I do here, I suppose. But gosh, it was fun. It was fun having a chat. It was fun. I was so grateful for whoever showed up. There was quite a few people, and a couple of sweet friends, and yeah, it was really, really lovely. So I'm excited. We're pretty much we're probably about a third of the way into the Cal. I'm thinking early September is when I'm going to start looking at drawing prizes. I've had some and maybe I'll organize for maybe the next episode or maybe the episode after, letting you know what some of those prizes are, / maybe I'll post it on Instagram too. I've got one that I am creating, whatever. But there's also been a few offers of prizes, and there's been some lovely people who I really need to get my shit together with, who have, offered to send a few things. Somebody made, I really hope you're watching this. I'm so sorry I've forgotten your name already because I'm not looking at it, but somebody painted the most beautiful picture of Buddy. And she was like, can you send it to you? And I was like, yes. I'm in the process of trying to move / finding a place to move. And so I'm holding off on anyone sending anything. I'm trying to set up a post box so that this doesn't keep happening. But it was so cute. So cute. So yeah. Let's get into the knitting, okay? I got my cup of tea. I've already done 2 coffees today, so let's not get too crazy. What am I wearing? Well, it's actually pretty warm here today. It's like, if I was outside, I don't think I'd need a shawl on at all. And I probably could be wearing a t-shirt. I went kayaking yesterday. It was so much fun. And I want to get some kayaks, and I've been banging on for it for a while, but I've got a friend who has some, and we managed to get some time to do it. So that was amazing. Anyway, but I was wearing a t-shirt in a river, and it was so warm. Not the river, but the sunshine was. All right, what am I wearing? Concentrate. I am wearing my Bennet sister shawl. Can't remember, did I wear this last time? I might have. I'm trying to wear it more. It's so beautiful. This is knit in, do you know what? I don't think I did any show notes for last episode. I just think I was like, to be advised, and then just never advised them. So maybe I'll go back and do that just to be accountable. This is knit in, go on, have a guess, just for those of you playing at home. What do you reckon it's knit in? It's Sonder Yarn Co. No surprises there. It's Sonder Yarn Co. Grace and Halo in the colour Sweetpea. And so what I love about this, I'm going to knit more of these. Okay, so here's the thing. I have multiple things. One, I don't know if you can see this, but one half of the shawl, can you still hear me? One half of the shawl is knit in mohair and the 4-ply single held together, and one side is knit in just the single. So you add mohair for only half of the shawl. When I make another one of these, I'm going to hold mohair throughout. It's not that I don't love the way that it feels single. I just really fucking love the way it feels with the mohair. And I would prefer to have that everywhere, if that would be my preference. The color is just the most perfect color ever. I love it so much. I could knit everything in this color. This is my color. This is the color of my soul. This is what it looks like with fluffy mohair silk. I do love this shawl. I'm obsessed with the tassels. They're really nice tassels. Very pomfy. What I don't love about this shawl is a deep V is not a deep V. A deep triangle is not my favorite shawl shape. Now, there's nothing particularly wrong with it. I just don't find it as wearable as, I don't know, like I'm putting it on now and I'm like, it's cute. What you talking about? I don't find it as wearable as a shallower. What am I trying to say? Sorry, I just got a text message and I read it and now my brain's thinking about the text message. Oh, focus. I don't find it as wearable as like my Fleur shawl, for example. But in saying that, I do find this more wearable than some of my other deep ones. And I also think if I were to make it again, if I didn't want to do a tassel, I think that would actually change the look of it again. So I could also look at doing something a bit different there. So yeah. But the yarn combo is just ridiculous. The color is just ridiculous. And to be honest, my favorite way to wear it is just to have, like, this is not a nice shirt, but sometimes I put on a nice shirt. This is just a comfy shirt. And I just drape it around my shoulders like I'm a fucking queen. And I wander around with my jeans and my boots and my fancy ass pink shawl. I don't know why I'm doing all these accents today. I'm just in the mood. And I just wear it like, I just drape it around there and just wear it like a very feminine, fun bit of knitwear. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm obsessed with it. I'm looking at my lip gloss going, my lip's still dry. Okay, hold on. Hi. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Things are a little chaotic, but we get there. It's also swearing. Normally there's a cute cat. And lots of coffee, normally, and knitting. That's fun. All right. I feel like I don't have that much to show today. I really don't feel like I've got that much to show today, but we'll see how we go. I'm feeling like it's going to be a really short episode. I wonder if other people get this if they're doing podcasts, and I wonder what you think about this as people who are watching podcasts. Like, I never want to get to the point where I feel like I need to create stuff to bring to you to show. It's part of the reason why I stopped doing like regular, like I was doing kind of every 2 weeks or every, like regular videos. Because I feel like the YouTube algorithm makes you disappear, which is annoying, but at the end of the day, I'm not really here for that. But I don't know, does anyone else feel that kind of pressure? Like I'm not, when I say I feel it, I'm not acting on it. Like I don't do anything any faster than I'm ready to do it because I'm stubborn and I refuse. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, do I make something? There's not a lot here. I don't really have that much to talk about. I don't know. And then I feel like it's that inferiority complex of like, well, is it still going to be interesting? People still going to want to watch it? I'm just here having fun, friends. I really am. That's just what we're doing. Yeah. And I do have an entire fucking sweater. So maybe I need a little reality check. I got an entire sweater. I got a pretty decent whip. I've been pretty monogamous recently. Not super, but like monogamous-ish. I've been mostly monogamous with a couple of yarny affairs, you know, like, but not quite polyamorous. Has she taken the metaphor too far? Perhaps. All right, so whip FOs. So for those of you who were watching along, you might have seen, not an episode if I don't get mohair stuck on my nose. You might have seen with the House of Serenity Cow and with the gentle, loving whispers of Jackie from Knitting a Good Yarn, I may have cast on a ranunculus. And the whole concept behind it was, I'm going to show you all my Venus-y related things today. Again, if you're new, I'm a little bit, I like to match my knits to goddess archetypes. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Which makes me think I've got this project that I'm going to talk to you about, and I haven't thought of anything for it, but I'm open to suggestions. I've got a vibe I'm going for. Anyway, easily distracted. So I cast on something that I'll show you that's a whip. I cast on the Jeol sweater, and I'll show you that when we get to the whip time. And then, as you'll see, I had some issues. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. And then I was feeling like I was ready to, I wanted to just get it done. I wanted my fucking pink sweater. I wanted it, and I wanted it now. And, you know, for those of you who aren't super familiar with, you know, Venusian Aphrodite energy, it doesn't masculine into anything. It's super feminine. You cannot make it do what you want. That's not how it works. And I was like trying to masculine strong hand my very feminine Venusian sweater. And it was not having a fucking bar of it. Like, everything I tried to do backfired. And there was a point where I was like, yeah, I am not surrendering to what the energy of this wants me to do. Like, this is not, I have deviated. Aphrodite will not allow me to do this. And so I kept being drawn to cast on something else. And so I ended up casting on a ranunculus in the Nutiden colourway Alkemi. And I felt like, oh, did you just see that? Oh, I'm not teasing. For me, when I looked at Alkemi, okay, there's so many things. I'm just going to show it to you because you're just like, shut up, Alex. Tell me, just show me the fucking knitwear. Okay, fine. He's so pretty. Is this my thumbnail? Probably. I always forget to take one. And then I end up having to awkwardly work it out later. I was just wearing it before. It got too hot. So, it's done. Insert gasps here. Jackie, I hear you. Coming. I hear you. I just thought, oh God. Yep. Okay. So let me, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I will put it on. Just for you guys. Just because I love you. I was wearing it before. I just got a bit warm. All right. So there's a bit of a story attached to this. If you're watching this, there's a story attached to everything. I don't know why I'm like, I don't know, this could be a short episode and then I speak for 14 minutes about, you know, everything. Okay. Oh, this is a bit too high-necked, this shirt I'm wearing underneath for it. This just came together. So this is what happens when you're actually listening to the energy of what wants to happen on your needles. If you're following the creativeness, I would like that to go down. It probably won't, but anyway, you guys can get the gist. When you're just listening to the energetics of the whole thing, if you're just following the creativity, shit works out. I'm telling you. Okay. So when I was looking at this, so the colorway is Alkemi, it's a Nutiden yarn. It is stunning. It is stunning. And if you could see it in the sunlight, holy shit, I posted a photo on my Instagram of the swatch in the sunlight. It looks like mother of pearl. And I was losing my shit because I'm having this thing where I didn't feel like I was done with Aphrodite. I didn't feel like, to be honest, she wasn't done with me. She's not done with me, even close. I think she might, yeah, she's not done with me. There's a few that come back around. And for me, the word of the 2023 year, because 23 is my lucky number. It's also the number of chaos. The word for me of 2023 is feminine. I really feel like I'm going through, not that I'm not naturally a very feminine person, but I'm really going through a very deep feminine process / I think I always am, but I think I'm just really aware of it at the moment. And yeah, mother of pearl, if you're not familiar with the whole Venus Aphrodite myth, mother of pearl's kind of her thing. And I love pearls. In fact, I normally am wearing, I'm not today, but like 9 times out of 10, I wear pearl earrings. I have a pearl necklace. Pearls are my favorite. And so today I actually had some earrings break. So my favorite earrings break. So I'm wearing these little guys instead. But I'm going to order some new pearls because I love them. And so, yeah, I just cast this on. And then what I love about it is the colorway's name is Alkemi. Now, I have in the past decided not to share what I do for a job, but whatevs. I've decided now's the time. Not that like it's so much of a big reveal, but I feel like it's particularly important to why I'm obsessed with this sweater. So I work as a therapist. And for me, this idea of alchemy is like the entire fucking, this is what life is. And I think that there's this complete process of like feminine energy that is able to alchemize / I'm not even sure if that's a word, but I'm pretty sure it is, I'm making it one, transmute kind of pain into love, like that they are the same energetically. They're very similar in as far as pain is often unexpressed love, like grief is unexpressed love. Pain is often occurring because there has been love or a lack of love, or they have some energetic similarities. Anyway, and so a big part of my work as a therapist, and particularly, in the kind of psychotherapeutic work that I do, is about this idea of alchemy. And so I'm so obsessed with this sweater, and I'm so obsessed with how it I can't wait to wear this more. I only finished it last week. I was telling some friends about it, and it is just okay. So back to the actual knit. It is the most wearable silhouette, this thing. Like, just if you haven't made a ranunculus, I say this, like, this sounds a little judgy, but I'm going to say this with so much, what you doing? Get cracking. Just cast one on for the love of sweet potatoes. Like, cast one on, do yourself a favor. I have, in fact, I could get them, but I won't. I'll maybe at some point. If you're interested, let me know down below. This is my fourth ranunculus. There will be more. I have another plan. I have a plan for this this summer. I want to make a white, like a cream colored ranunculus, and in linen, like the purple one that I've made in linen. If you're interested in seeing them, like I can do that for you if that's what you're interested in. I just feel like most people will have seen them. But if you want to see like a side-by-side comparison, this is something I can make happen. This one, so this is also my first like finished Nutiden garment, even though the other one was, the pink one was further finished than this one when I casted this on. This is the one that's actually got done. So I'm like, what do I normally talk about with knitwear? I can't even remember what I normally tell you. Here's the things I did. So I pretty much followed the pattern, but not really. I cast on with too big of a needle size, classic. So this neckline, which already looks very, very wide, was so much wider. It was like on my shoulders, which was kind of cute if I could pull it off without having bra straps. But I ended up, and I would normally wear this with a lower neckline top. I'd like to have it This is a very high neckline top for me because I've got a big bust. I normally wear low ones, but just this one isn't. So I used a very small crochet hook and a single strand of Nutiden, which was pretty delicate. And I just chain stitched around. I didn't even single crochet. I literally just chain stitched, and it just kind of like cinched it enough. I still like a wide neckline. I think it suits my, I have very slopey shoulders. So they don't really have shouldery, I don't have shouldery shoulders. I have sloping shoulders. So I think a wide neckline, particularly with a bigger bust, looks quite nice, more of a boaty type neckline. So, it's you can't really even see it. It's such a tiny detail. And to be honest, it actually kind of just looks a little bit more finished. Because it was so wide, it didn't kind of look like very polished. So I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't follow the sleeves. I can't follow a pattern for the life of me. Honestly, I'm almost oppositionally defiant. I just can't. So I did end up decreasing the sleeves very, very, it looks like some weird, I wonder if oh no, might be some pooling or something. Anyway, sorry, just like a weird mark on there. Easily distracted. I did decrease the sleeves. This is the thing. This is how I know. With the Jeol, and I'll tell you, I keep saying I'll tell you about it. Hold on, it's coming. I have redone those sleeves 4 fucking times. I swear to God. I swear to God. These ones, I just knit one time, totally cool. This is why I really do believe that there's some shit going on, because it was up to me. Like if it was just a case of, I'm normally a pretty good guesstimator. These ones are perfect. I am very happy with them. I think I probably could have actually made them slightly longer. Not much longer, but like I probably could have. Because they end up kind of being bracelety length, which is fine. I also probably could block them if I was really, really committed. I could block them, but I also know from speaking with Jackie and people who've knit a lot of Nutiden that if it's going to stretch at all, it's going to be like, it's going to drop and it's going to lengthen. So I'm not super, like it's fine, you know, I'm not about to rip it back. It's like, there's a part of me going, could this be some unrelenting standards? How much better do I want it to be? Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy with it. I did a twisted rib. I did a 3.5. The pattern's in a, you knit this in a, oh, actually I don't remember. I think it's a 6mm needle, 5.5. And then I did this in a 3.5. And then the hem, I'll stand up so you can see. I've also done quite a long hem in a twisted rib. I tossed up doing a, you can't really see much there, can you? Just seeing the hem. I tossed up doing a split hem, but I decided not to because I do have another, I did go down a size though. In fact, I think I might have gone down a couple of sizes. My other one that I have that I knit in like 100% wool, worsted weight wool, it's very oversized. I love it. I wear it all the time. It's the one that I always say peels like a mofo, and it does, but it's so wearable and it's in a charcoal. I think at some point, if there's ever, when it gets a hole in it, or when something happens to it, I'm going to re-knit that, and I'm going to knit it in quite a woolly wool. I'm going to knit in a charcoal grey. It is the most versatile piece that I own. And no, that's not true. It's the second. Bullshit, Alex. The most versatile piece I own is the Lento in the grey that I was gifted yarn for by Bed of Roses, Catherine from Bed of Roses. That thing I wear the shit out of. But the second most versatile thing I wear is that dark grey Ranunculus, and I do wear it heaps. The only thing that puts me off wearing it more is the pilling. I just pill it every time I wear it. I de-pill it every time I wear it because it's just like you wear it for 5 seconds and all of a sudden you're covered in fur balls. But if I knit that in, let's say, like a Durerum Natura Gilead, or if I did it in like a Brooklyn Tweed Shelter or something of that description, I think I could still get the softness, and I think I could still get a bit of drape because of the gauge. But I also think that I would get a harder wearing item, which I think would be really good. This, I'm really excited to see how it holds up. I have no experience with Nutiden garments wearing. Oh, it looks cute. I've got another mirror there. I've got a big mirror there. It looks cute. No surprises of how I'm thinking about styling this one, jeans and boots. But because of the kind of neutral, it's got flecks of different colors in there. I don't know if you can see. Like, it's got greens and some little rusty bits and quite a bit of purple. But because of the overall neutral kind of OT color, I also think this will look beautiful with black. So I will also with black jeans and boots. Oh, she's versatile. But also I could actually just wear it, like once it starts getting warm enough to be able to wear, I could wear it with black jeans and flats. I also have a pair of jeans and I really want to wear them because I saw Jackie wearing them. Also, PS, if you're not used to the fact that all I do is talk about Jackie and Carmen, that's pretty much it. Jackie wears these like leathery looking pants and I have a pair of those. And I think these would look really cool with that and a pair of flats. So, yes, it makes me happy. And I'm thrilled to just have a Nutriden garment. Like, I love those little loaves. I love them. I love them. Speaking of loaves, look, here's some I prepared earlier. Oh, look! He's so cute. So that's that. Am I gonna leave it on? I'm gonna take it off. I'm a bit warm. It's the middle of winter here and I'm a bit warm. I don't have aircon or anything. It's just Australia. To be honest, the weather has been unseasonably delicious recently. Truly, like the last couple of weeks has just been, oh. Like I could have swum in the river yesterday if I'd had swimmers. I almost just went in my clothes, but I wasn't technically at work. Okay, I'll just swap out my outfit. If you have knit a ranunculus, I'd love to hear what your yarn combo was that you loved the most. The other one I'd love to do at some point is I'd love to do a mohair and a singles. Like, oof. But see, I've also want to do, I've thought about doing a love note in that too. There's some beautiful, I'd love to do like a really lightly speckled with a mohair. I'm not super adventurous when it comes to colours, don't get me wrong. But I feel like, oh, I could just, I can see something nice. Okay. Now I'll show you the Jeol. So, I haven't pulled this out for ages, so I'm actually just looking at this for the first time in a really long time. And I'm having some feelings. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, I've got some lost stitches. So a good thing about woolly wool yarns is it's not the end of the world. Oh shit, Alex. Okay, if we don't touch it, maybe it won't totally fuck up. I'll be honest, I'm not freaking out about this as much as I might be. A, because it's woolly wool. B, I'm not convinced I'm not ripping this part out. I feel like that now I'm in the point where I'm like, we just need to do this sweater properly. Chances are it's not going to get done before the end of winter and this is going to be a next year sweater. I'm just kind of resigned to the process. I love this colour and I love this pattern so much that I'm okay if this takes the next 12 months to get done. It's not going to take that long. But if I've learnt my lesson. If I try and force it, it's not going to work. I have done so much work on this. I would rather rip it out and get it right than try and rush it, get it done, and then never, ever, ever wear it. I'm not on board for that. Also, we're knitters. Ripping it out just means we get more knitting time for no more money. So maybe this is just smart. Slash, maybe I'm delusional and just don't want to be depressed. And so I'm trying to make it okay. All right, this is my Jeol. Look, this part's really nice. Look at it. It's so pretty. So I basically have, okay, so I'll tell you my concerns, and then I'd really love it if you do have any thoughts, feedback, moral support, wisdom, please feel free to let me know. I sound like a real YouTuber now that I'm saying comment below. Next thing I'll be saying like and subscribe. I don't give a shit. It'd be nice if you want to see more of this occasionally, feel free, but it's okay. It's not about numbers for me. I'm just happy to hang out with you. So I would say I'm like pretty much finished the body. Now here's the thing. Because now you're looking at this going, what the fuck, Alex? I know. And to be honest, I've had the same thought a number of times. It looks really like it's going to be the worst shape ever. But here's the thing. Because it's got this beautiful neckline and this, honestly, I love this detail on the shoulders. This is stunning. Can you see? I'm hoping you can see that. So pretty. I did do some, because again, can't follow a pattern. I did do some decreases along the body. I don't know if I'll regret that. It just feels like it was so big, like not even a little bit big, like so big. So I decreased a little bit. What I think I've done, I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with these sleeves. I feel like the pickup is pretty good. Not awesome, but as good as I'm going to get it. Because the parts that look wonky, hair in my mouth. The bits that look wonky are only wonky because of the decreases. So without giving you more information that's appropriate, there are decreases in where you are knitting in panels. I'm like, how do I tell you this without telling you how it works? I'm trying to be considerate, but you decrease at some point. So then when you pick up, I don't think there's any way to not make it look slightly wonky, and that's because of the decreases, and I'm fine with it. The sleeve, I just need to work, the decreases, it can't be that hard. I don't know why. And I have had some very kind people offer to help me work it out. I think what I need to do is take some time, just fucking work it out. Because this is the ball, like I'm able to use it again. This is the ball, look at it. It's actually kind of cute in its own weird kind of funky way. This is the ball of the double held Nutiden that I've ripped out. And I have been able to, even though I had some people say that it's really hard to do, I have been able to reuse it because I have knit it. I've knit this 3 different times. So I believe in my capacity to do this. It's possible. I'm not going to panic. I have plenty left. It's all going to be fine. I'm pretty sure I also have another one somewhere of these. I'm almost sure I have another guy. And if I don't, this will be fine. It's plenty. Now, so sleeves is one issue. Other issue is I think I regret. I wanted to do the same amount of ribbing on the bottom, or the same side, like the same width of ribbing on the bottom as I have on the collar. Probably is irrelevant, but it's just something I had, a design choice I had in my head. I actually think that I probably should have started the ribbing about maybe that much lower, just where it hits on my body. I'm going to knit the sleeves first, and then based on how much yarn I have left, I will then assess. It's not that I think that the actual length of the garment needs to be longer. It's that I think the length of the stockinette needs to be longer proportionally for where it hits on my body. So I don't need the garment to be bigger than it currently will be, but I want the overall stockinette to be a little bit more. I'm annoyed, to be frank. I'm irritated with it. But it's part of why I feel like I need to leave it until I no longer feel frustration with it, because if I feel frustration with it, it's not going to work. I love this garment. I want it. There's no way that I'm going to rush this and turn it into something that sits in a cupboard because I think about how much I fucking hate it. I'm willing to put in whatever it takes to get this. It's not a short-term pump it out project. This one just felt like everything was on my side. It just done. This is more of a challenge. It's a different construction. It's different proportions. There's something happening here, and I'm happy, and I'm happy for this to be like there's probably some kind of like deep metaphor about the way that I'm interacting with this and how I'm interacting with my feminine. There's probably some shit in there. This is probably like a full-on experience that I can analyze later, / am analyzing currently. This is going to be so good. I just want this so bad, but not so badly that I can force it into a tiny container and just make it do what I want to do. That's not how the feminine works. Aphrodite ain't having none of it. So, with that in mind, I'm not ready to touch it yet. Also, I am most likely moving in the next month to month and a half. Well, I am moving. Like, I just need to find a house. I'm going to look at one this afternoon. I'm moving though. I need to move for my job because I'm tired of traveling. I travel about an hour and a half each, maybe about hour 20 each way, and I'm tired now. I don't have the brain power to work this out. So that's the other thing, is I'm okay to surrender to the fact that right now, this is too much for my brain, and that's okay. It's going to be so beautiful. This color, it's going to be so beautiful, and it smells like incense because I've been keeping it in the same drawer as my incense and my Palo Santo. All right, whip number 2. Tell me what you think. Also, I'm pretty sure this is going to be enough. I've only got 2 sleeves, and then technically I actually only have maybe 3 or 4 more rows of ribbing. It's just whether or not I want to rip it back, do a few more rows of stockinette, and then do the ribbing. So it's actually not a lot more yarn that needs to be used. And this is a whole sleeve. So I'm, do you know what I mean? It's not a science. Okay, so next, my next whip. I feel like I hear some people talking very close to my house. Excuse me, friends. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm also playing a bit of yarn chicken. It's not that it's that hard to get more of. In fact, again, you could probably tell me if I should get more of this or not. So, I'm a very big proponent in using up yarn that you have. In saying that, do I do it all that often? No, I do not. But I'm doing it now. I do think that's, like, it annoys me. It does annoy me when I have, it annoys me when I have yarn that I don't know what the heck I'm going to use. Like when I have, it's different. Okay, I'm not explaining this very well. If I have a sweater's quantity that I know is going to be a sweater, cool, no worries. If I have a shawl quantity and I'm like, cool, no worries, I can have that be a shawl of some description, you know? But when I just have random leftovers from something and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, I just feel like they could live there forever. And so I really wanted to find, I had enough leftovers from my Lento sweater, my Persephone Lento, to make something with, like, quite a lot. I had 2.5, maybe 2 2/3 of a ball of the Biche Bouche Petite Lamb's Wool, and I had like 3 or 4 silk mohairs, so I had quite a lot left over. And I don't know if they've announced it yet, so I'm not going to, just in case. But someone's having a Fleur along, and I'm not telling you who it is, but if you guess, it's not my fault. And we all know that I'm obsessed with my Fleur that I think I wore that last time. It's my favorite. It is my favorite thing I've ever knit. The lento that I made in the grey is a very close second, but my Fleur is the favorite thing I've ever knit. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And so I may have cast on for my House of Serenity. I'm still putting this in my House of Serenity. It's my fucking cowl. I can do whatever I want. But I'm also doing this for the Fleur cowl, which if it hasn't been announced, then I'll keep it secret. And if it has, then I'll link it and / you'll know who I'm talking about. Oh! Now, here's the thing. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to see. And also, it's going to look like crap because you're going to be able to see through it. Can you see? Okay. So here's what I have to tell you about it. A, this doesn't look very good on the camera, which is making me really sad. What I know about this, so this is a very different experience. My other Fleur was knit in this same combination, the Grace and Halo from Sonder Yarn in the colour Cathedral. I don't speak French, I'm sorry. It's awful. It's the most beautiful colour combination, yarn combination ever. And the drape and the weight and the silk and the shine is just like chef's kiss incredible. This is not that at all. Now, it doesn't mean I don't like it, but see how it's just going to be different. And here's the benefit. If I had, I'll tell you right now, if I had just knit this as I'm currently seeing it, I would not continue with it because I love this and I want it. I want the drape, I want the softness, I want the sheen, I want it all. What I know is because I've knit my lento, I know what happens to this when it gets blocked. It doesn't become shiny. There's not going to be the same shine. And I've decided that I'm okay with that. It's worth it for me for the color. I would love to be able to have the same color in this combination. I looked in the sale. I couldn't find it. This color is the most perfect Persephone color on the planet. And so, although I'm sure there's other ones, if anyone does it, it's probably Sonder. But I love the color so much. I'm okay to not have the sheen. What I know is, see how you can kind of see through it? You're still going to get a bit of that once blocked, but this Biche Bouche plumps up quite significantly. I've knitted with it a lot now. I've knit with it a lot now. It plumps up quite significantly. And so I feel very, very confident that by the time this is blocked and there's been some wear, I'm going to get something that I am going to use and I am going to like. Do I think I will like it as much as my other one? Probably not. Do I think that it will still be super freaking wearable? And I mean, look at the color. I think I'm going to wear the shit out of it. And you do, because you got the silk mohair, you do get a bit of a, it's not a sparkle, but it glints a little bit. Like you get a bit of something. So I think I wear a lot of, I think this is going to look amazing. Like look at that with the oat color. Oh, oops, my alarm went off. So professional. I still have to go in 8 minutes, but I can always come back if I need to. It's just going to be a 3-part series or a 2-part series. I'm going to wear the shit out of it. I wear a lot of, and so I have a dark, I have a black and white stripy jumper that I could wear this with. Like I just felt like I needed a dark color. I do have, I'm just showing you all my random stuff now. This is my Artemis shawl. Again, do I knit in anything else? No, I'd rather not. This is in Grace. It's in the colour Boreal by Sonder Yarn. It is the Waiting for Rain shawl. Oh, it is so beautiful. This is great too, but I don't feel like the green is quite as, I don't feel like it fits with the black quite as much. It looks good with the charcoal and it will look good with this. But I also sometimes feel sad that when I wear it like this, I lose all the lace. So anyway, it's beautiful though. I was very proud of this one. Anyway, I just felt like I really needed a shawl in this colour. I love the shape of the Fleur. I love it like you would not believe. And I think it's going to be amazing. So the thing is, this is my last ball. I am on the fence. I've got one more ball of the silk mohair. I'm tossing up that maybe just to be safe, I should order another ball of each. I did want to get some silk mohair, some, you know, like an oat colour to go with another project that I'm thinking of starting soon. So it wouldn't be a totally useless purchase. I hate buying just one or two things and paying for shipping. I just don't want to do it. It wouldn't be a totally useless purchase, but I would also be really fucking annoyed if I bought them and then didn't use them. Now, if I got them, I could always make a really cute pair of mittens. Like, how many Persephone themed things could I have? Because I love her. I think Persephone's my gal. Aphrodite's like, come to me. And I'm like, no, I'm in the deepness. No, I'm in the shadows. But, not that you can tell by looking at me, but anyway, side note. Persephone, I just love this whole colour and this whole palette. It's so beautiful. So I could just make a really cool kick-ass pair of gloves. Have I just made that decision? I'm trying to save for Italy. I'm trying to get to Italy before the end of the year, guys. I don't actually know if it's possible. I really am trying to get to Italy. I'm trying to get to Bologna for a month. We're seeing how it goes. I spoke to a beautiful girl called the Italian Knitter, and she was telling me about the yarn stores. I just decided to like DM her real quick and be like, hey, so I'm just making a guess from your name of your profile, but it seems as though you're a knitter in Italy. Powers of deduction. And anyway, I'm trying to get there. So I'm trying not to spend money on yarn. But girls gotta knit. / I've got a parcel coming at some point from Sonder via Jackie. Thanks, Jackie. I'm super, super, super excited about. And so with that in mind, okay, this is the end of this. The end. With that in mind, I have to decide, do I wait for that parcel? Which I should. But, you know, that sounds boring. Or, because when that parcel comes, I will be casting on straight away. I will have no ability to contain my excitement. I have no interest in waiting till I finish something. The moment it arrives, I will cake it up and I will cast it on. The moment. Or, I mean, I will. And should I cast on something? Remember how I won that giveaway, the Seafarer giveaway? Or should I cast on this feta and just be responsible and have 3 sweaters potentially going at the same time? So here's the thing. I think I've said this 3,000 times, but I'm going to say it again. I feel a bit guilty, but I've decided that I'm not actually going to use this for exactly a Seafarer sweater. I'm going to modify it quite heavily. I feel a little bit guilty about that because I did win this for that particular thing. However, for my body shape with my very, very large bust, I've had a good look at the pattern and I just don't think that it's going to be something that I would wear enough. And while I feel a little bit bad, I'm also not going to waste an opportunity for a free sweaters quantity to have a really kick-ass sweater that I'd wear the shit out of. So I'm going to modify it. I'm probably not going to start this. I'm probably going to do it more like, the way that I'm thinking about doing it is more like a French striped sweater. I'm not going to use the Marseille pattern by Petite Knit because I don't think that that's quite, I want to do the Seafarer sweater adapted, but I'm going to adapt it pretty heavily. Because I think I want a slightly different neckline. I don't think I want it as high. And then I think what I don't want is I don't want the stripes to actually begin until kind of here-ish. I just think that with a very, very big bust, having stripes all the way down in such a contrasty thing is not going to be as flattering. I'm thinking about I might need to buy another one of these just to be really, really sure that I can make it. So that's the other thing. If I was to buy some of the dark burgundy yarn, I could chuck one of those in the order too. So I could be getting a whole bunch of things sorted. But this is beautiful. This is Jensen by Isaiah. It's beautiful. I've got the color 0S, which I assume is the natural. And this one is color 99. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. This couldn't have, and honestly, I won this from the collaboration was between the designer of the Seafarer sweater, which on the top of my head is Camilla Vad, but I'm terribly second guessing myself. And then a yarn store called Sturika Salon, which I may or may not have just said correctly, but I tried. Australians, hey? She was so helpful. She sent me photos she let me pick the colors. She sent me photos. I'm very, very grateful for her help. And so because of all of that, I really want a sweater that I'm going to wear the shit out of. And I will. If I could just make it like, I wear a lot of stripy things. I could wear this a lot. So give me your thoughts. I'd really appreciate that. I'm 100% casting on the Sonder Yarn Co sweater the second it arrives, the millisecond it arrives. There is no ability to, I have no delayed gratification. I have no ability to control myself. None. Zero. Insufficient self-control. So, is it worth it for me to wait for this? I still have my Fleur to work on. I'm not working on my Jeol anytime soon. I just don't have the mental capacity to deal with it. Once I've moved, I'll reevaluate. Fleur, going as planned. Do I cast this on? Or do I just cake up the yarn for fun? That seems... you can tell by my eyebrows. That seems like a thing I might do. I don't know. Guys. I don't know. Or do I just do something, do I do a little mini side project while I'm waiting? I'm being pretty monogamous with my Fleur. I'm pretty happy with how that's going. I do still have, this is my big fluff. It's still going. I just haven't touched it for a really, really, really long time. I don't know. I've lost a bit of excitement for it, which is a bit of a shame. But it's not that far off being done. So, hey guys. I'm back. I had a meeting and I forgot, and then I kept talking and then I left and now I'm back. I'm working on my Fleur shawl while I was in my meeting. I'll be honest, I don't really remember what I was talking about, but I couldn't just leave it there. What was I talking about? Let's talk about projects. So yeah. I've decided I probably will cake up the ensign. I probably will cake up the ensign maybe today or on Sunday, just to have going, just in case I want it. I just haven't wound anything for a while. I feel like because I've been working with Nutiden so much, which I'm loving, there's been no requirement for ball winding, but there's some kind of special dopamine hit that I get from watching it go wee 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 wee. It's satisfying. I get something out of it. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then, yeah, but honestly, so I'm thinking about, when I get the Sonder yarn, I'm thinking about doing an easy Sunday morning sweater. What do you reckon? That's the kit that I bought. I bought it in Sonder Yarn Co had a sale. And for anyone who is not familiar, it's very hard to get Sonder Yarn Co in Australia. You can buy it off Spas Tricot, but they only have a limited amount of, they pretty much just sell the Sunday morning DK and the fingering. And I love all of it. I haven't used the Sunday morning. I'm really excited to try it, but I'm obsessed with their mohair. It's my favorite mohair by far. I even like it more than the Isaiah one, and I know that most people really love that one. So, yeah, I'm thinking it easy Sunday morning. I think it'll be nice. The only little question I have is I wonder with the neckline, it's because it's quite a boaty, wide neckline. I wonder if that will actually look good on a larger busted person. However, I have trawled through the Ravelries and they look really good on everyone. So I just feel like I'll show you the colour. It won't be a massive surprise, but I just feel like it's going to be delicious. And hopefully, yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to cast that on straight away. But yeah, I haven't had to wind anything for a while. So I think maybe I'll do that just for funsies. And then I do want to think out with the Seafarer pattern what I need to do to modify it so that it's going to be something that I really want to wear. I'm thinking about maybe doing a folded neckline that's a bit wider. And I am looking at how I can do the yoke, because it's a round yoke. I'm looking at how I can do the yoke without having the increases be very, very obvious. The other option is maybe I just do a different pattern. Maybe I just do a raglan and just be done with it. I'll see. So in other news, as I mentioned, I'm probably moving shortly. We need to move. I've been working about an hour and 15, hour and 20 away. I'm very, very, very tired. And so we need to move. And I feel a bit sad about it because I do like this house, but we're looking at a place this afternoon that's out on a bit of property. So it would be really, really lovely to live more rurally, but we're still within like half an hour, 30 minutes of the beach. We'll still be within about, 30, 40 minutes of Byron, maybe 50 if I'm really honest, probably, not that far of Byron. And there's lots of like watering holes around where it is, because the Northern Rivers, so there's lots of, obviously, rivers, watering holes, swimming holes, not watering holes, what are we, the fucking savannah? Wildebeest. Swimming holes, and I want to get some kayaks. I'm trying to, so as I mentioned, this is just random life admin. I haven't got any acquisitions or anything, but I really want to get some kayaks. So I'm trying to get to Italy. That's my plan this afternoon. This afternoon. Before the end of the year, I really, 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 I've had this life dream of getting to Italy. I think where I am fitting in my life and how things are unfolding for me at the moment, it would be really, really, really advantageous if I could take a month to do some solo travel in the next couple of months. I think with my work, it's possible. We're gonna discuss that this week to see how I can make it happen. But after that, I'm getting some kayaks because I've wanted them for ages and it was so much fun yesterday. So yeah, I'm ready. It's so tricky. I love the cooler weather because I love wearing all my knits and I don't want that to be done. But up until the last couple of days, we had a lot of very, very dark, very, very cold. When I say very, very cold, dark, cold, overcast weather. And I really noticed it. I feel like I'm ready to go to the beach. I don't want it to be so hot that I'm very, very sweaty, but I wouldn't mind being able to wear some of my nice dresses. Wear my knits in the morning and at night, but I wouldn't mind being able to sit in the sun for a little bit. So today I'm definitely going to do that. My husband and I are going to go have a look at a house this Arvo, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to go make some dumplings for lunch now, which I'm excited about that. Good job me for thinking of that in advance. And look, I prefer not to have 4 little videos that turn into one video, but sometimes life is very lifey. And today was one of those days. It was either do it this way or not do it at all. And so it's all good. I really hope you're well. I really hope you tag me in the How's the Serenity Cow. I was like, what's it called again? How's the Serenity Cow? I'd really, 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 really love it. If you're working on something that brings you joy, that makes you feel peaceful, I'd love you to tag me in that because I see all of them. I have been reposting pretty much, I think I've pretty much reposted all of them. I'm just loving it. It's just so awesome to see. I just feel like that's part of what I really wanted to create with starting this was when I was really, really isolated out in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know any other knitting people. And now through this, I know a lot of knitting people. And so it's so nice to just feel like we're all hanging out together. We're all knitting on stuff together. You know, the amount of people that are knitting a Ranunculus or a Fleur shawl on there is just amazing. But I'm also seeing a whole bunch of patterns that I've never seen before. People self-drafting cool alien mittens. Like there's so many cool things. And I just, yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm really grateful to you guys. There was a little part of me that was a bit worried that no one would be interested in it. But I thought, oh, well, I'll give it a crack. And I'm really, really grateful that some of you guys have joined in. So you could win some prizes. There's some pretty good ones. Not gonna lie, mine's pretty good. But I've also had some other people offer. So when I'm not a big channel, there's not a lot of people who are going to enter, so it's not like we're not a big name, you know what I mean? Like you're not up against thousands of people, you're up against probably at this point like less than 100 people, so you might as well join in. You're pretty likely to win something. You know, there might be more than 100 by the end. It's only halfway through, but like, I don't know. I feel like I used to think that I was never going to win anything, so I never ever entered. And this year alone, I have won a Grocery Girls contest. I've won the Seafarer contest. I think I might have won something else at some point. And those are big ones, you know? So don't get me wrong. Maybe I just got real lucky this year, but yeah, join in. You never know what you might win. Awesome. All right. Well, lots of love, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.